Hi, my name is Eero Kafetz, and this is the List Building Lifestyle, the only podcast which delivers cutting-edge conversion strategies from the online trenches straight to your earbuds. Download the transcript of today's episode and all future episodes at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. I also invite you to grab a free copy of the Wealthy List Builder Survival Guide at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com/survival. And now, once again, it's time to claim your list building lifestyle. On April 23rd, 2005, someone somewhere decided to do something crazy. They've uploaded the first ever YouTube video. Fast forward 13 years later, YouTube has become the largest video sharing site on the planet. 30 million people visit YouTube every day to share videos, and with the number of hours people spend watching videos online going up 60% year to year, YouTube has become one of the most prized marketing medias available to direct response marketers today. From experience, I can testify that prospects who watch my videos are generally much easier to work with and are much more profitable than prospects who don't. My point, video has become an essential part of our marketing arsenal, and video ads are quickly becoming the next big thing in lead generation. Which brings me to my next guest, Tommie Powers, aka Tommie Traffic. Tommie is known as the go-to video ads guy within closed-door circle of elite internet marketers. In fact, in the last 90 days, anytime I brought up video ads in conversation with any of my mastermind partners, Tommie's name came up time and time again. The next logical step was to seek out Tommie and invite him to the List Building Lifestyle to talk video ads. Tommie, thank you so much for being here today.
Man, that's amazing intro. Thanks for being here, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited as well because video ads has been a mystery to me. We spent a lot of money trying to optimize with very little results. So I'm just pumped hosting you on the show and having you give us the introduction into the right way of conducting video ads. So
nice.
With your permission, I'll go ahead and dive right into it. And my first question is, what are some of the big mistakes you see out there people making with their video ads right now?
You know, the big one for me is always strategy. I think a lot of times people don't really build a strategy around their outcome. They just kind of do what someone tells them to do and not really think about how it fits into the grand scheme of what they want to accomplish, right? We get sold these courses and you go to these events and everything like that, and they tell us to model people, right? Because I do that. But at the end of the day, you still have to know your own specific outcome that you want, and then you have to make sure that that fits, right? So if you know that you're strong at email, then getting people on your list, building a list is going to work wonders for you. But if you suck at email marketing, email list building might not be the best path. Maybe you need to do a webinar, or maybe you go for a straight sale or something like that, right? So really building around your strengths, you know what I mean? And I just see a lot of people making that mistake, not just with video ads, but generally speaking. But that's usually like the biggest failure is they don't have a strategy that's really leveraging their strengths. And then they go run video ads and it really don't work out for them.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like, a person with really weak arms trying to get into boxing,
Yes.
So you come in at a disadvantage, obviously, and you don't do your homework, and, video may not just be for you, or, again, if you're a bad writer and you really suck at it and you're not willing to learn and it really just makes you miserable, then don't do email marketing.
Right.
So, yeah, I absolutely get it. For me, though, I feel, now that you're saying it, I feel kind of blessed because I use video a lot in my email marketing. I use the strategy that's called the triangle of trust.
Yep.
I think Frank Kern was the first one that I saw talk about it, where you send an email and link it to a page with a video. And that has been working out really well for me. I've done wonders with it. Now, obviously, that may not be the case for everyone who's out there, right? Because a lot of affiliate marketers, they want to do it sort of incognito, where they don't even want to get on video. But what would you say are some of the traits that we can spot in marketers that should be doing video and that should recognize it as one of their best methods to market their business?
I definitely think personality, is a big win, in the YouTube. I mean, you have to really look at YouTube for what it is. I mean, a lot of these big YouTubers, They are, it's a very personality driven platform. There are a lot of brands on YouTube that are advertising and whatnot, but like the smart ones are creating their own shows and they're wrapping their brand around content, right? And so it's a very personality driven platform. So if you have personality, I mean, you should 100% be doing it. But even with that, as a brand, right, if you're thinking like building a brand, even if you're an affiliate, you should be building your own brand and attaching affiliates, products that you promote to the brand that you're creating. You know what I mean? So, but you don't have to be the face. You can hire people to do that. You can go on Fiverr, Upwork. You can hire influencers. You can get people to represent your brand for you. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be on there. But I definitely think personality is a huge plus because it's a personality-driven platform.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. And when you say the words create a brand and wrap it around content as your own show, really brings up my friend Jay, who runs the Interchange Maker podcast. He posts a lot on YouTube, and that's exactly what he done. He built a brand almost accidentally, by putting out so much content on YouTube. And I don't know if he's using paid ads, but what you're saying is like what put him on the map, which is amazing. I'm going to be hosting him on the show later. Guys, stay tuned for that. Now, the other thing you just mentioned is the word brand.
Right.
Okay, now that's a word that's being thrown around too much out there. I mean, I see people who are like 16 years old on Instagram and they think they got a brand, etc. But you also said that you don't really have to be the face of the brand, right? So
Correct.
while the whole like definition of the brand in and of itself, I'm going to leave it aside, like with a little asterisk next to it for our listeners to kind of keep in mind that that's not exactly what most people mean today. What you're saying is you can actually go out there and hire someone who's organic, right? I call it organic on video, to represent your brand. So you mentioned a couple of places, Fiverr, maybe Upwork. Have you ever done it? Have you ever worked with a company who done it? And if so, what would you say some of the tips, some of the important things to keep in mind when you do something like that?
100%. I've done it. 100%. What you do, I mean, it's really, again, back to that thing, strategy. You know what I mean? Like, you don't go to Fiverr or Upwork or any of these places and get someone to solve your problems for you. You have a problem that you need solving, and they happen to be the person actually doing it. You know what I mean? So there's just a difference in mindset between knowing the outcome that you want versus allowing someone else to create something for you when you don't really understand what it is that you're trying to do. So I think that's the key thing, is just having understanding of the outcome that I want. Okay, I have this, I want to be an affiliate, but I want to build my own list so that I can promote those offers on the back end, which is highly what I recommend, because that's where, when I was doing affiliate marketing, I didn't learn that until about 6 months before Google shut me down, when I was really heavy in, when I have a list and you've built a relationship with that list, that's almost the same thing as like a brand, if you will, you know what I mean? Relationship with the list. Now you can communicate to them about different products and offers and whatnot. I was just doing direct linking. So I left a lot of money on the table by not doing that. You know what I mean? But I've 100% done it. And like I said, you just have to know what you want. So you might be writing the script. You're telling them the idea of what it is you're trying to accomplish. You're really giving them a lot of direction on what they're going to create, because they're in a creative state of mind. And you want to give them everything to make it easy for them to go and create. So you want to give them those things. And so you need to know, like, what does it take to write a video script? What kind of scripts, like how to tell a story and that kind of stuff to actually get people, what type of script, what should I be saying? Like, how should I be capturing people's attention, so forth. And then you're giving them all of that stuff. And then they go in and creating based on what you're giving them, rather than just saying, going on Fiverr and say, make me a video. I'm trying to like get people to opt into my list. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. That's not going to work.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to work. And I can testify to that because I actually tried that. I actually tried hiring people not knowing what I want them to do. But what you're saying is absolutely true. Like, you have to be very specific, and you want to say, okay, here's my ideal outcome, here's the general direction of where you need to go. There's some room for you to, go back and forth, but this is the general direction. And the beautiful part about it is that the people who are good on video oftentimes really suck at running the business. So they prefer to be freelancers, and they just want to do what they love, which is get in front of the camera. And then, even go and edit that video, make it into a really high quality video. And so what you're getting is the big benefit of having a super high quality video and the person who represents your brand, which, I mean, nobody even will know their name. You're going to be the one getting paid. And it's so beautiful. I've seen it time and time again. In fact, I have a friend who runs a website, an authority website in the Bitcoin space. It's called 99bitcoins.com. He's a fellow Israeli. And I stumbled upon his website when I was kind of getting into the whole, Bitcoin craze. And I noticed that his videos are done by other people. Like, he only had 1 or 2 videos done by him. And when I interviewed him, and I actually never ended up publishing the interview on the show, but when I spoke to him, I was like, oh, cool, like, you guys have a big team or something. Because I couldn't even comprehend the fact that you could just hire, like, freelancers to do it for you. I thought these were his partners. But turns out that, no, these were freelancers that he got on Fiverr and Upwork that just shoot these videos occasionally for him because he doesn't feel that he's good enough on video. There
you go. Perfect example.
Yeah, and the guy runs that's a pretty big website. He's got a big list, a big audience. They do a really good job of actually explaining what Bitcoin is. So if you guys are interested in all that stuff, go to 99bitcoins and check it out. Okay, cool. Now, Tommie, I wanna bring you back. So you mentioned you wanna wrap your brand around content. Now, this is a big topic, I know, and we can probably do a whole course about it, not just an episode. But can you give us a couple of examples of how you create a brand wrapped in content for somebody who's doing affiliate marketing?
Doing affiliate marketing.
Yeah, like
who's
something
out
like income opportunities or JVZoo products or ClickBank products, the classic stuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think who I know may be doing that. Because I always like to use examples of you can go look at, but I'm so much, I haven't really done a lot of that in so long. I don't really know who the people are, but I mean, in essence, it's just really about, communicating, building the audience, communicating with that audience, and using, video, email, the normal stuff, everyone does, but it's just like, I don't know. Give me something that you would be promoting as an affiliate.
Yeah, okay.
Just give me an example.
Let's shift away for a sec because I noticed this kind of doesn't flow well. But let's shift to say weight loss. Okay. There's tons of people out there who do this with weight loss on YouTube. I've seen it time and time again, as well as dating. I'm sure that's a great market for us to talk about.
Right. Same thing. So now you're basically positioning your brand, whether you get on camera or not, as a go-to resource on all of these topics that people are already having in the marketplace, the prospects. So it starts with really understanding the market, you know what I mean? Understanding the solutions that these prospects are looking for. Now you're creating content around those to be able to help educate and teach people, about these solutions and the challenges that they're having, and then giving them, an opportunity to say, hey, if you join my list, obviously, right, like there's a value exchange there. Once you do that, now on the back end, you can talk about all of the other solutions on top of you being able to continue having that conversation with that prospect and building that trust and that relationship. And that's really what it is. And so I see a lot of, people like affiliate marketers who have a brand that do get on camera. But again, like you say, your Bitcoin friend, he's able to do this and not get on camera. But in essence, I mean, that's basically what it is because now it doesn't matter who you're promoting. The people are trusting you. It's almost, think about it like being like a reporter. You know what I mean? Almost like you're in the weight loss industry and you're a reporter. You're just reporting the things that are happening. What are the new tech? What's innovation? What's hot? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Like you can report on these things and you can build a rabid following of people who follow you because you're basically like a journalist, if you will, to them. And now that they trust you because you're their source for news to stay on top of the trends and everything going on, now you can actually introduce solutions to them and they be really receptive to it. And that's in essence what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the strategy you just mentioned actually works really well in tech. Like if I had a cell phone store or a website, like an e-commerce website selling gadgets, that'd be a really awesome strategy to be reporting on the new things that are coming out, because, the gadget market, just like the income opportunity market, by the way, is really novelty conscious, right? We love new stuff, like
new stuff. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an Apple addict. I got all the MacBooks and all the iPads and all the
Me
iPhones.
too.
Yeah, and so like if there's a new Apple thing coming out, like I'm on YouTube watching tutorials and watching all kinds of like news updates and show me how it looks and show me what features, show me the new iOS and stuff like that. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to put the strategy more in the context of information marketing and affiliate marketing, because while it's easy to really understand how to use the strategy when the industry itself has lots of new stuff coming out and you can actually hold the product physically in your hand and you can talk about its features, like if you're promoting video cameras or you're talking about, like my wife was buying a vacuum cleaner the other day. She watched like 1 million YouTube videos showing how they vacuum and how they vacuum on certain surfaces and how they vacuum water versus sand versus sugar versus other stuff. But when we talk about information marketing, where we're producing content which is mostly information, and when there's fewer newsworthy items to chat about and there's no particular features we can discuss about the product, my suggestion, and tell me if this is something you agree or disagree with, is to talk about everything that's around the product, not about the product itself, but more so things that are around it. In other words, the misconceptions people have about the strategy, perhaps the concerns people have, the fears they might have, the unanswered questions, maybe even just sharing your journey as it unfolds every day or every week. As in like I want to achieve this goal. Today's day 1. I'm doing this. Right. Today's day 2. I'm doing that. Like that's I see a lot of these like challenges, if you will, on YouTube, where it's like day 30 of 174. Driving traffic with Instagram. Like somebody just kind of reports on what they're doing right now and whether or not it's working.
I totally agree with that. I mean, because now even if you think about like, even if you just categorize it into like, you're an affiliate marketer, you're teaching people affiliate marketing. What are the tools that they need to accomplish that, right? Autoresponder. Like how deep can you go when you start talking about like email and like deliverability and like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so many different ways that you can tie all of that stuff in. And that's really what you're doing. You can draw on lifestyle. You can draw on the different traffic sources. You can draw on and there's rabbit holes in every one of those. So there's endless amounts of content that can be created as long as you can make it relevant to what it is that you're promoting on the back end. You know what I mean? But like perfect example, what you just said. And then, like I said, like, email marketing is such a big, it's always, subject lines and deliverability and, this, AWeber versus get response versus somebody else. Like,
I actually have that, man.
You know what I mean?
I actually have an episode that's like AWeber versus get response versus MailChimp.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, that's a very easy way to promote tools as an affiliate. Like, there's so many people on YouTube right now promoting ClickFunnels.
Yes.
And there's like a tutorial for everything, even though there's tutorials within ClickFunnels, probably, how to do the same thing. If you go on YouTube and you type in ClickFunnels, there's literally a tutorial on how to do each and every single little thing. And guess what? Every one of them links to someone's ClickFunnels affiliate link. If we're talking autoresponders, same thing. My friend David D., he just got a check from an autoresponder company for like $2,300.
Right.
For one video he created 2 years ago that he still runs every day to his list, where he shows how to set up the damn account. Yep.
There's a like Shopify. They have some pretty big affiliates pushing Shopify with YouTube. They're sending out 6-figure checks from some of the videos people have put up about Shopify.
Yeah, absolutely.
Promoting it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. And I think that's what put the company on the map as well. The fact that so many people took it on YouTube
Yep.
and started, doing all these crazy tutorials about it.
Exactly.
So when it comes to software and technology, YouTube is probably the best place to promote it. But again, it's not limited to that. There's many
Right.
people who promote the business opportunities that I've seen. A lot of them do lifestyle, right? So they
Yep.
report where they're traveling right now. They report on their earnings if they have any. They do all kinds of like just feel good stuff as well. Just
Yep.
get on a Facebook Live or YouTube Live or YouTube stream and talk about their goals for this year. Remember Frank Kern used to put out these really good videos, like there'd be like 40 to 60 minutes long, called the State of the Internet Address.
Yep.
Kind of
Yep.
like the presidential style. So that was very entertaining and informative as well. Like there's really no limit to what you can do with video if you're willing to just sit your ass down
Yep.
and think just a little bit outside the box, just a bit. And you don't even need to think sometimes. I mean, Tommie, tell me, like, how easy it is to go on YouTube and get inspiration just by watching other people's videos.
Man, so freaking easy. And one of the principles of success that we talk about a lot, my partner and I, is if you want to do something, go and find at least 3 people or businesses making at least 7 figures doing that. And you can model them. You know what I mean? You don't have to overthink this stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's crazy, right? This stuff is not that hard. It's just putting the action in front of it, having a strategy, and then putting your, a foot in front of the other one and taking action. You know what I mean? So it's not that complicated.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, it's not. So we spoke about a few things today. We spoke about how you need to wrap your brand, whatever you're selling, you need to wrap your brand in content, which is a very easy way to position yourself as an expert and authority on the topic and become, somebody who's desirable, to be associated with, right? And then, of course, link to your opt-in page and get people on your list. And you'll notice that, an opt-in who watched your video is much more responsive than an opt-in who didn't. Again, this has been my experience. Now, the other thing we spoke about was that you don't have to be the one creating the video content or buying expensive video equipment. You can just outsource it to people who are willing to do it for a fairly low price on Fiverr, Upwork, or any other outsourcing website.
Correct.
Another thing we haven't spoke about is some tools. And I know you recommend a very specific tool we can use where we can create a video ad without even actually getting on camera or hiring anyone.
Right. You referring to V-Roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, V-Roll. Yeah. So V-Roll, I met Gideon, the guy behind that, some years back. And when he first rolled it out, he actually showed it to me. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is powerful. So yeah, you can go in there and you can create the kind of text overlay, and they got like some templates and whatnot that you can use to create videos with, and there's quite a few tools out there, man. There's another one called, man, I don't got it in front of me right now. We was just looking at, a buddy of mine was just telling me about, they're using it to create Instagram videos and they crushing it on Instagram with this tool. Dude, I can't even think of the name of it right now. I also use something called Lumen 5, which is another really cool tool to create like these. It's more like a content video, but like the words are kind of going across the screen, and then it'll pull in like video backgrounds, so you can change like the backgrounds and stuff. And they do really well, actually, man. So it's quite a few tools out there actually for creating videos. And Lumen is like free. I mean, they have an upgraded version, but you can literally create a video with it for free. And I've used it and actually run a video ad with it before to get opt-ins, actually. And it works really well.
Wow. I mean, it's incredible how technology advances and changes all the time, and how overall, even though it seems like it takes a lot of money to build your online business, technology makes it so easy, and it's often given to us for free. We probably even take it for granted. I mean, when I started, there was no such thing as a video ad on YouTube yet, but still there were video tools and video editing. Like Camtasia used to cost like $500 when I started.
Right.
I purchased ScreenFlow for Mac, which is the same thing as Camtasia, I think for like $115.
Yep.
One of the previous, like, it's just crazy. Now you can get stuff done for free. You don't have to get in front of your camera. You don't have to even like say anything into the microphone to sync the audio. You can just use these drag and drop, easy to follow software that produce the video for you. And here's the crazy part: they don't even make you download the video onto your computer to upload to YouTube, they can upload it into your YouTube account for you.
True that. That's very, very true.
It's messed up. It's just too easy. Too easy.
Yep, I agree.
Tommie, look, obviously video ads is a vast topic. It's just incredibly big, and there's more to it than just talking about it. It's more of a strategy where you got to show a lot of things on screen and kind of point and say, okay, click here, go here, type in this, type in that, take this link, paste it over here. So obviously we cannot do it on this podcast, but I know you have a video course, like a course about how to do video ads. And can you talk a little bit about that and exactly what you teach?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I teach is everything, man. I started doing YouTube ads 2012. By 2014, I had spent $1 million on YouTube advertising by itself, not including, and a lot of people know me for YouTube. I'm a media buyer by trade, so I buy every kind of media you can think of, and YouTube is not even like the platform that I spent the most money on, but a lot of people know me for that. But I spent my first $1 million by 2014. Since then, we've spent something like $6 or $7 million across YouTube and Facebook on video. And basically, I'm just, kind of, when I started talking about YouTube, I was telling my friends because I was hoping that I was going to be able to talk to other people. And what I learned was no one else was talking about it. And that's really kind of what helped get my name out there, because people started talking about the fact that, oh my God, like my man, spent like $1 million on that kind of thing. And so as I started learning, it's like, wow, no one's really talking about this. No one's really teaching this stuff. That really what opened the lane up for me, and as a result of that, it's like now I have the ability to say, you got millions of dollars in data that I'm going to give you the shortcut if you're ready to put one foot in front of the other one, So it's everything from how to, video creative development, how to like create your video, what is your outcome, a lot of offer stuff, because a lot of times the two big things with any traffic source, but even more so with video, is message and offer. Like, what are you offering and what is the message? So we really help people a lot around like their message and what they should be saying. And then your offer is, what is it that you're going to tell people that make them, basically want to walk on glass almost to get to it. Like they just cannot say no. That's really that's what your offer is about, whether it's an email opt-in, whether it's an e-commerce product, whether it's an information product. It really doesn't matter what it is. Ultimately, it needs to be something that people feel like they have to have that. And if you got a great message and you got a great offer, obviously you probably already have a great product, or whatever you selling or whatever. But those two things usually are the big challenges that a lot of people always come. They kind of have, this is what I want to do. I have this product. I have this. I need help, with the other parts. And that's what we do. And then how to set up the campaigns, how to target the people, pretty much everything, you know what I'm saying? And it can be overwhelming if you don't really know, so the goal we trying to do is like simplify it. We've broken it down into, here's where you start, you know what I mean? And then don't worry about this stuff over here until you at least do this right here. Because a lot of times people want to jump in and they want to do everything and then they get overwhelmed. And the reality is you don't need to do everything at first. There are some really specific things you need to do first before you start worrying about all of this other crazy stuff. And that's kind of what it is. And, we got different people on different levels. So for that reason, I can cover every gamut there is, from scaling to spending $10,000 a day, on video ads. I've done that. You know what I mean? $20,000 a day on video ads, from spending $5 a day. We cover all of that. But when you're spending $20,000 a day and when you're spending $5 a day, there's a totally different set of things that really matter. So we just try to help everyone kind of figure out, only just be focusing on, so you're not overwhelmed with the process. But in essence, yeah, man, that's pretty much what it is. That's what I'm creating.
Yeah, so what you're saying is there is a proper training for people on every level. Now,
Yep.
I'm assuming since your background goes back to AdWords and affiliate marketing with direct linking, no less, there's a section there for affiliates, not just product creators.
Well, I have a buddy of mine that does a lot of, so I got a community. I got probably like 15, 20 people that have spent, upwards of $1 million or more on video. So this is a community. So I have people in the community that are actively doing that. I'm not actively running as an affiliate. Everything that I run is either brands that I own now. I actually don't even do client work anymore. I kind of got out of that game and start focusing on building my own brands and like owning instead of making other people really wealthy. I mean, obviously, if you spend the kind of money that I've spent, people ain't gonna let you spend that much of their money and it not work for them, right? So, but I look at that and say, well, I could be doing that for myself. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I am now. But we have, obviously I have that back experience, but we have people that are actively doing everything from e-commerce to affiliate marketing to information marketing, you name it. People that are like really doing it. So we have people in there that for that specific circumstance, if that's the lane that you're in.
Got it. Okay, well, we're running out of time. So where can we go to learn more about this, learn more about the Video Ads Academy?
So yeah, videoadsacademy.com/Igor. And I think, Igor, you got something special for people that want to follow that and find out more about the Academy and become a member. You can speak to that. But pretty much follow that, and you can be able to see everything we got going on. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that, we have a lot of proof, social proof, just in terms of like the lives that we've been able to change with this information. Like, this is not theory. We're talking real life people in the trenches, not just myself. Like I said, I got 15 or 20 other people that are in the trenches doing this as well. So it's not just about what I'm bringing to the table. So yeah, real life stuff, man. We changing lives with this information.
Yeah, thank you, Tommie. So, guys, it's videoadsacademy.com/Igor. And obviously, as you're probably hear from that link name, right, it's my affiliate link to the program. Now, the reason I am recommending Tommie's program is very simple. First off, if I work with someone, if I literally go out of my own way to try and get someone like Tommie to consult me on my YouTube ads, obviously I'm going to try and recommend him to everyone I know and everyone who wants to do video ads. And if you want to do video ads, if you feel that you got what it takes, because again, it's not for everyone. Just like solo ads and any other strategy, you have to make sure that you're willing to drop some money into it, see if it's for you. But if you're serious about it, okay, go to videoadsacademy.com/Igor and grab the Video Ads Academy. Now, if you want to do that, I will incentivize you. I will give you an ethical bribe for doing that. If you join Tommie's Video Ads Academy, which is $997, right? It's $997, almost $1,000. What I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna write your next YouTube ad for you. So I'm literally gonna be the one to write the script for your ad, whether you shoot it yourself, whether you outsource it to somebody on Upwork, whether you use one of those software we mentioned before to kind of just have it created for you. I'm gonna write your video script so you don't have to, because I am good at this stuff, as you know, and I enjoy writing. So if you want to grab Tommie's Academy at videoadsacademy.com/Igor through my affiliate link, just go there, grab it, and then forward your receipt to support@igorsolowitz.com, and I'll get you your video script. Now, you probably have to be patient. It's probably going to take me a week or two to get it to you, but you will get it, and you can run your first ad with the script I write for you. Of course, you get full rights. It's yours. You can even, sell it to someone if you want to. Now, if you don't want to grab it from my link, sure, don't do it. Just go to videoads.com, videoadsacademy.com, and I will not get paid for this. So there you go. Keeping it 100% transparent and honest. Tommie, thank you very much for taking the time to sit down with me today, give us the introduction into YouTube ads and video ads, talk about some of the basic stuff we need to know before we dive in deep. And also, I really appreciate the fact you have mentioned that this can work for anyone on every level. In other words, like if you got $5 a day, if you got no experience, and also if you got $500 a day and tons of experience. This is really reassuring, and it's great to know.
Awesome, man. I'm glad I was able to impart some of my wisdom, man. I've been in the background in the trenches doing my thing, man, and I got a lot that I can share because I've been doing this stuff for 11 years now, and like I said, I've spent a lot more money on advertising, not just video. I mean, like $50-60 million or something like that. So, this isn't just, video is one mechanism, but like advertising, there's a whole nother part of it that has to apply. So I think a lot of times people get, really caught up in just the video piece, and they don't understand like there's a whole kind of advertising piece that goes along with it. So I got a lot of knowledge to share, man. And that's kind of what I'm doing, man, is just trying to, impart my wisdom on the world.
Yeah, and I really appreciate the fact that you sort of coming out, because again, you were invisible until recently, and nevertheless, your name kept on popping up everywhere. So
Yep.
now that you're out, now that you're sharing your information, your knowledge publicly, I know many marketers in our industry will up their game and will be able to create a lead generation stream for them, whether an additional one or the one that actually works for them. Because again, there's no one lead generation source, unfortunately, that works equally well for everyone, even solo ads, the traffic source that I advocate to everyone. But if there's anything I know is that the list builders listening to this show, they want to build their businesses on paid traffic. And
Nice.
Whether or not solo ads work for you right now, guys, check out Tommie's course. Okay, check it out, or at the very least, look into YouTube ads. Because A, you don't need to be on camera. You don't have to be the one creating the video. And B, because video is dominating. I mean, there's really
Yep.
nothing I can say but the fact that video is dominating. Somehow people prefer video to everything else. Sure, there's a big portion of our market that also reads, but
Yep.
many of the purchases today, they begin with a video on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they want to buy a supplement, or they want to buy a
Yep.
vacuum cleaner, like I gave an example with my wife, or they want to buy a gadget, they want to
Yep.
buy an information product. Even when I was doing laser eye surgery,
Yep.
I went on YouTube and I started watching these blogs of people saying, okay, so it's day 15 after my surgery, my eyes hurt, and then someone, like, as if someone poured sand into my eyes. Like, I was watching all that stuff, and it's all video, because
Wow.
people now prefer video to every other type of content. And hopefully some of them will still be listening to podcasts.
Yep. Got it.
Tommie, thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed rapping with you. And again, guys, if you want to grab Tommie's Academy, you go to videoadsacademy.com/Igor to grab the bonus for me to write your script for you, or you can just go to videoadsacademy.com to grab the academy. Or if you just want to be sort of kept up to date about video ads, video marketing, and anything related to paid advertising from Tommie's world, you can also go to, I believe it's TommiePowers.com, right?
Tommie Traffic.
Tommie Traffic,
Yep.
TommieTraffic.com. Tommie also runs a blog, which you should subscribe to. So with that said, giving you an entry point into video ads, thank you so much for listening for another episode of The List Building Lifestyle. Tommie, thank you for sharing your wisdom. And until next time we chat, have a good one. Thank you for listening to The List Building Lifestyle. Make sure to subscribe on iTunes or Google Play to never miss an episode. Because who knows, just one conversion tactic we share on the show might double your list and double your business. Download the transcript of today's episode and all future episodes at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. And don't forget to claim your complimentary copy of the Wealthy List Builder Survival Guide at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com/survival. This is Igor Kafetz, and until next time we talk, have a good one.